So this learning target is on integer exponents. It's target 10, and I guess what you know about integers here, integers are all positive, negative, whole numbers, and 0, and exponents are, for example, if I do something like 2 to the 5th power, that power is our exponent. Okay, so a couple things we need to know. First, what is exponential form look like? If I say write this in exponential form, it could look like this, 10 to the 5th power. That's exponential form. Keyword here, exponent. There's an exponent in it. If I say I want standard form, that to me, I just think is the actual answer. So, for example, 10 to the 5th power up here is the same as a 1 with 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I add my commas. So that would be standard form. If you ever see expanded form, that is just you want to take your exponential form and show what you're actually multiplying. So I'm multiplying 10 5 times. These are all little multiplication signs in here. So that's what expanded form is. So you really are going to focus on exponential form and standard form. So you might, this is what's going to be new for you, is this exponent here that is a negative number. So what do you do if you have a negative integer? Kind of the key that I think of, I don't know why, but I think when I see a negative integer, or my exponent, I think put it in the basement. It needs to go downstairs. If that helps you, awesome. If it doesn't, we'll have to come up with some strategy for you. But here's what it means. You really do 10 to the 4th power, you take out the negative, but you put it as the denominator. So you basically take this, get rid of the negative, and it's your denominator. So this is what it equals. We could say this is standard form with your denominator as an exponent. You could also solve this. So we know that 10 to the 4th power, make sure I have 4 zeros there, is 10,000. So my standard form is 1 10,000ths. With powers of 10, you could also write this as an exponent. I mean, you can write any fraction as an exponent, but it's easier to do with powers of 10. So we know that 1 10,000ths decimal form would look like this. This is what I have to do to do it right. I go tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. So this is what standard form would look like as a decimal. Fraction, standard form, decimal, standard form. Alright, let's see. Right now, write these 3 down on your paper, and I want you to tell me what the standard form is for these, both in the fraction form and as the decimal form. Pause the video and try that for these 3. Okay, hopefully you are back. The standard form for the fraction for this would just be 1 over 10 to the 1st power. Again, you just put this down here in the denominator and make it so it's not a negative exponent. The decimal form, well, 1 over 10 to the 1st power is really just the same as 1 10th, so that would be the following for the decimal. For this, let's see, standard form would actually be what that equals. So in this case it equals 1 over 100, and that's 1/100th. That's the decimal in standard form. That's the fraction in standard form. We would call this exponential form. This one, 10 to the 3rd power as the denominator, which is the same as this. And then 1,000ths looks like this. Let's see, tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So those would be your answers. Hopefully you did okay. Okay, now we're going to deal with numbers with negative exponents, but not to the power, not base 10. So 5 to the negative 3rd power, you do the same thing. So you put it downstairs in the basement. So it's 1 over 5 to the 3rd. So if it wants the standard form with the exponential form, it would be this. If they wanted, I guess, just standard form, then you would solve it, and that would be, well, 5 to the 3rd power is 125. So this would actually be standard form, exponential form. Let's try this one, 7 to the negative 1. And if you want to pause the video and try these 2 by yourself and then come back and see how you did, awesome. Okay, so 7 to the negative 1 would first look like that with exponents. 7 to the first power is 7, so that's actually my standard form as well. For 2 to the negative third, again, 1 over 2 to the third, that's the exponential form. The standard form, my final answer, well, 2 to the third power equals 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So 1/8 would be the final answer for that. And one tricky part, you know that 0 is an integer. We always defined an integer, positive and negative whole numbers, including 0. So the key to 0 as an exponent, I'm just going to let you know right now, it will always equal 1, no matter what. 10 to the 0 power equals 1. 2 to the 0 power, 1. 7 to the 0 power, 1. The y to this, I don't have time to do it right now in the video, so you'll definitely hear about this during class, but you just need to know if it's ever to the 0 power, no matter what your base is right here, it's always going to equal 1. Y is coming. Alright, so there are 4 problems. I want you to, here's your directions, write each power as a fraction with a denominator in standard form. So your answer will look like a fraction, and it needs to be standard form, no exponents. So pause the video and try these 4 problems. When you're done, check your answers. Alright, so here's the final answers. I did kind of give you the first step right there, and then there's the final answer. First step, final answer. So pause the video, check your answers. When you are all done, the video is all over. There is one thing that we want you to write at the top corner of your paper. Let's do it on the right side. You need to write what's your favorite. Would you rather have pumpkin pie or apple pie, right? Which you prefer, pumpkin pie or apple pie? Can't wait to find out tomorrow. All right, have a fantastic night.